What is the deal with the lineup tomorrow, Coach, as far as healthy bodies?
Well, Thompson's not ready to go. Dumont's getting much closer, but we're hopeful for Thursday. So we'll likely look at bringing somebody up. Yeah, probably going to go 12 and 6, I think, yeah.
Would Freddie be the odd man out on the 6?
We have to discuss that. Yeah, we have to discuss that. It's just if we bring somebody up, I'm looking for somebody who's going to drive. Really didn't like the way we came out in Toronto. You know, it hasn't been a habit in the first period, so that's something that's. But you know, we're looking at having guys come out hard, and this is going to be a very difficult game tomorrow. We know that. This is a good team, and they're surging, and you know they're smelling their usual playoff spot there, and the third cup. So we know that it's going to be as hard as it gets, and we certainly don't want to come out and be what we were in the first period against Toronto.
Was there a bit of a message in that practice today about?
I think, yeah, but you know, always try to make those messages relevant and specific, and not, you know, I think in the old days you would have came out and had a back skate, and I think you can get the same and a lot better repercussions from working extremely hard at the specific things that you want to. And it was a one-on-one practice, pretty much the whole game, the whole practice. Our one-on-ones in the first period were not good. We weren't first on puck. We lost our battles. We weren't quick on the rebounds around us. So you know those things that we wanted to take care of today. I didn't like our stick on puck either, preventing their shots and so on. So all the things that you know, you make a list after the game, and you make you prepare for a practice and make sure that it's very specific. That's what I've always and then we pushed hard and long, so that we get a 60-minute effort.
Yeah, I mean you make a list, and then today you made your point, right?
Yeah, well, what you do is you take your list and you put it in practice, and you try to tackle as many things on your list as you can, and you know the compete part was the main thing. That's it. We just want to be. We compete in the second. We compete in the third, and so we were just missing that first period compete, and you can't happen. That's it.
Golden goal tomorrow.
It'll most likely. We're looking at it now. I just want to make sure Condo's healthy. So I just got to go check. But yeah.
Just because I thought you might.
Yeah, and we debated that, yeah. But we had planned that was Condo's game, so kind of wanted to stick with that. But I really got to go check here if Condo's health is good. I mean, he went in the net when I had to do something. It wasn't Andy's fault, really. I think it was really more that we got to do something at that point. I didn't want to take my timeout. I mean, that's the one thing that's really changing this game is before you could use a timeout. But now you can't, really, because you need it most probably later. So unless you're leading by a lot and whatever, and those timeouts are hard to take now. You might take it, but yeah, you might regret it later because you don't have it. So it's a tough one. Yeah, so I think just pass the message right away, and then we'll see. But I think starting a game is not the same as, you know, getting in the middle of a game. So that's why I got to go check with the goalie coach and the therapist and Condo how he feels. So it could be Condo.
Okay. You haven't been there since, this is the first time back there since that loss in Game 7. Mm-hmm. So much has changed since then, but what are kind of the memories now when you look back on it now? I mean, it's not a year, but...
Well, my whole philosophy in life is to what I call fail forward. And whoever's been successful was built it on failing and going forward. And to me, it's a building block, and that you choose whatever you want out of what you live. And I see it as a building block for our group, for our organization, and for myself. As okay, we've gone that far, we were that close, and what do we learn from it? Really, the reality in that moment is it's just one bounce. So you got to have confidence in what you do, what you can do. But at that point also, you look at, the depth that they've got. You look at we need to develop that. When I look at how by the end they were able to win, and it was the same thing the previous year. It was the same thing in the finals. It was a tight series until the end of the series. You could see they just got that extra quality depth that just makes you get that little push at the end, and we got to develop that. That's clear. That's something that I think we can learn as a group. But me myself, there's things that I know that the next time around, I could do this, I could do that. But it's in hindsight. But that's what it is. That's what sports are, and life in general. You fail because you dared, and there's the last thing I don't want to do in life is stop daring. So you dare to dream, dare to go forward, to want to go back there. And you don't want to be afraid to fail, because it's all about failing and moving forward. I think Michael Jordan's got the best quote on that. It's as many times as he's failed, and that's why he's had success in his life. And I think that's how we have to see it. It's a great success. We were that close. It's extremely positive, and which means that we had a recipe that works. Now we got to make sure that we're find a way to reproduce a part of it, but also move forward from that and get to the next level. And yeah, it's heartbreaking when you sit down and you think of the moments, but at the same time, if you look at the other 95% of it, you realize, my goodness, we did all that, we made it that far. We did a lot of great things, so we learned a lot of good, positive things that should help us for the future.